It's been called the Forbidden Kingdom, but it could be Shangri-La. Hidden away for centuries amid the soaring majesty of the Himalayas. Surrounded by industrial giants China and India, Bhutan has always gone its own way. The economy is still based on agriculture, and it has a constitution that mandates 60% of the land must be forest. The actual total is 72%. No overdevelopment here.
We'll be landing shortly. Please ensure that your seatbelts are fastened, your tray tables are stowed. Welcome to Bhutan, ladies and gentlemen. Our aircraft has just landed at Paro International Airport.
So, coming off the plane, you breathe in some of the freshest air on the planet as you drift into a past that is always present. You'll encounter Buddhist monks and landscapes strewn with prayer flags. By royal decree, even new buildings must be decorated with traditional carved wood and mythical creatures. And there's something else mandated by royal decree: happiness. That's right. In the 1970s, Bhutan, instead of an emphasis on gross national product, embraced an official policy of gross national happiness. Your Royal Highness. So when we met American and Oxford-educated Prince Dasho Jigyo, brother of the king, we asked him, how does the monarchy define it?
Gross national happiness is being able to find the right balance between economic well-being and emotional well-being. Family, friends, environment that you're surrounded by, the culture and traditions that you share, the values that you hold.
Rush hour weary Americans can marvel that in the largest city, Thimphu, population 100,000, a traffic jam is about a dozen cars. Bhutan once had a stoplight. It was right here, the only stoplight in the whole country, but they decided it was too modern, so they took it out. They also decided they didn't want those icons of America's global reach, fast food restaurants. So in Bhutan, there are no McDonald's, no Burger King, not even a Starbucks. But change is coming, a high-tech invasion crossing Bhutan's lofty peaks. And this invasion of modern times was invited in. Television with American reruns and Bollywood soap operas from India came in 1999, followed by the internet and computer games that fascinate this 14-year-old. What do you like better, computer games or archery?
I think computer games.
Computer games.
Because I have a passion for it.
Have you tried archery?
No.
That's worrisome for a kingdom whose national sport is archery. School teacher Sonam Dorji's father taught him archery at age 10. Now, today, do children want to do archery or do they want to play on the internet?
Most of the children, they don't like to play this one.
Does that mean that in Bhutan, archery might go away?
Maybe. We are so worried about that.
So as more of the outside world comes into Bhutan, how does that affect your country, your culture, the things that you cherish?
There's both a plus and a minus with globalization and us opening up our doors. But it's how we manage it and it's how we balance things. And we can't really swim against the tide.
The traditional and the modern met this past Thursday when the Bhutanese royals opened up their doors to British royals William and Kate. She dressed in a kura, a blouse and skirt combination that is Bhutan's age-old style for women. For men, the traditional wear is called a go. As I discovered, it's a complicated belted robe, and putting it on is a two-person job. It's a go. But to go to Bhutan, not that easy. It limits international tourists. There were 57,000 last year, just slightly more people than visit Disney World in one day. Of the lucky few who make it here, most head for this monastery high up a mountain. This is the Tiger's Nest, Bhutan's #1 tourist attraction. And when they say the journey is half the fun, that's not the half of it for the journey to get here. Oops. It's a trek up 3,000 feet of elevation. First, on what you dearly hope are sure-footed horses, and when it gets steeper, by your own sure feet. And if you are very lucky, you might catch sight of a golden langur monkey having a leafy munch for lunch. It's enough to make anyone happy. What makes you happy?
Well, happiness is a very relative term, but for me, having positive energies and being content with myself.
How important is making time for your family for happiness, do you think?
Extremely important. I think I would put it on top of the list.
He ought to know. Karma Satem is the former head of Bhutan's Gross National Happiness Commission.
And there are important things in one's life that contributes to one's happiness, which requires the investment of time more than money.
To boost happiness, his commission ordered contemplation, 2 minutes of daily meditation in each school each day. And there are happiness-helpful reminders along the roads and on the hillsides. Here, people take happiness seriously. For him, it's living in a peaceful country. She says it is being where nature and the mountains are preserved.
In Bhutan, we still have our culture very intact, and it is our day-to-day life here in Bhutan. So I think that's the most special thing. It is, we are the culture, you see.
Perhaps that is the one lesson from this small and gentle Buddhist country. Happiness is not about hurrying through life or a trip to the mall or the next new car. Happiness, they will tell you here, is being content with what everyday life offers you every day.